Okay, so thank you all for being here. I don't know if the gallerists want to say anything.
I just want to say welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here so much to Kathy's show. She's worked really, really hard on it, as you can see. And it's what we call classic Kathy Dana, the pieces she's sort of known for. And then her new abstract work, which is getting its debut right now. So thank you very much for coming. And she's going to kind of walk us through the gallery.
It's going to be a walk and talk. But this show is all about, you notice the title, because I wanted to. Because damn it, I wanted to. I have thousands of photographs that I've taken on my travels, walking. I walk early in the morning, love the early morning light, just love the world. Some of these locations are in different parts of the world as I walk through what the inspiration was on these paintings. But I particularly want to thank Leslie McCarran, my friend and fellow artist, as we were musing about, well, what are you going to call the show? And I'm like, well, I don't know, because it's just going to be this conglomeration of things that I've been wanting to do, and I'm just going to do them. And she said, well, just call it because I wanted to. So thank you, Leslie.
My pleasure.
So appreciate that. And yes, I'm wearing Zoom glasses. Zoom top.
It's really her.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to start with this work over here. And this is my new quasi-abstract approach. I have always loved hard surfaces because of just the intricacies of the light and the cracks and the crevices and all the things that happen over time when things age. And I feel there's almost a life lesson in that, because don't we all start out like these bricks over here, perfect, no flaws, no one's altered, or changed the path with graffiti. This is in New York, this one, and I just loved how the wall was peeling off the wall and it revealed just all this great and fascinating and interesting shades and colors. And so this one I call Exposed. And it's definitely a double entendre with it's exposed to the brick, to the core, but it's also exposed as a human being. And that's what motivates me, to really bring the color out and put energy into everything I do, because whether it's a tree or bricks or a wall that's falling apart or people, there's just life and energy in everything. That's how I choose to look at the world. And I work very hard to present that. This painting is called Hole in the Wall. The location is Hasmersheim, Germany. It's a small town that my husband and I went to, tracing back his family, where his grandmother had come from. Until Google Earth, it wasn't on any map. But we finally found the town. And this was just, I don't know, I loved just the color play and the light and the shadow. I call it Hole in the Wall because there's one particular one that's the hero of it all. And it's this guy right here, more than any of the other ones. But I don't know, I just totally get lost painting in this style.
It's a beautiful piece.
Okay. You may have noticed the texture underneath some of these, those of you who've been around the gallery. And I think we all have a reference in our lives and our personalities and what makes us who we are. And I think that's also very true with the things around us. So I shared, you see those black and white paintings over there. That's actually the first stage of getting to you. So underneath these paintings, they started out like that, with all the motion and the action and the energy and the flow. And the effect you can get with that has just been, it's been talking to me. I haven't been making it do anything. I'm letting it take me where it wants to go. So Monty, this is so perfect. Oh, thank you. Where is that? You know where that is. Well, all right, it's Dinky Diner. How many of you have been to Dinky Diner on the Delta? Clarksburg. If you haven't been there, you have to go. It's iconic Sacramento on the river. I have spent so many wonderful times there, and I ran into Monty and Greg there one time even. And it's a little hamburger shack about the size of that kiosk over there. So you get your hamburger, you get
They're only open on Wednesdays through the weekend.
yeah, it's such a great hangout. So I love these benches, and you just sit there and you gaze out at the river. And this is my favorite time to go there. So friends who came last time to the show last Friday to the opening, they're like, "Oh, I've never been to Dinky Diner." So I'm taking them to Dinky Diner. This one's called Patio Invitation, and to me, benches, stools, chairs. I love conversation, and I love what happens when people come together. And that's why I like seeing a table and chairs, because it's all about the potential of who's going to sit there, what they're going to talk about, how the evening or day or whatever is going to go. So again, there's this, to me, it's all about the potential with people engaging in a positive way. So that's why I call this one patio invitation. Greeting cards, I love doing greeting cards. She had actually seen these more difficult. I wanted something good for relaxation, and quite frankly, to use the leftover paint colors that I had from my sessions. So I started doing these florals, and then I painted the background on one of them black, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be they're all going to have a black background. So this is kind of the rest and relaxation that I had in between these much larger comprehensive pieces. So I think there's 8 of them. And
You're beautiful. Yes.
I just, yeah. So to me, again, just the energy, they have such personality to me.
The black background just makes the flowers jump out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I go nuts over color. I think when I was a baby, I was like kicking and thrashing and just jumping up and down every time I saw bright colors. So I don't know, it's a very innate thing to me, and I cannot live without color. And I have so many artist friends that are all about color too, and we keep each other going that way. So these are more of that series that I introduced to you out in front. This one's called Rivers of Thought. And what it really is, I don't know if I should say what it is. Can anybody guess what this is? It's something I saw on one of my walks that I've exaggerated to the extreme.
Is that a tree? Oh, it's a stream?
This,
Yeah, a tree bark.
keep guessing, no.
Oh.
But it could be anything you want. But I named it Rivers of Thought because I think this is kind of how maybe, I don't know, I'm usually thinking about many, many things at once, but this is actually a curb in my neighborhood that's all beat up, that desperately needs to be repaired, and it's just the paint that's flaking off, and the concrete that's next to it, and all these amazing colors and shapes that were going on, which I've exaggerated extremely. But I just love the whole energy in there. This one, again, is from the street. I call it groovy because I love the interplay between all this energy of what I do underneath, and I'm a big fan of geometric patterns too. That hasn't shown up in my work much yet, but it's going to. But I want to do geometric patterns in my own way, and a big part of that is what's underneath, what the colors are. Well, so the next time you're out walking or riding a bike or whatever you do, you might notice there's a ton of this stuff out on the sidewalks and on the street. This one I call street cred, same thing, sidewalk stuff. This has got metallic gold paint a little bit. When you look, you might see it shimmering in the light. But anyway, this is just the beginning of one of two directions I'll be pursuing. I'm known for trees and scenes like the flowers, and some people know me for shoes, and that kind of thing. So I'm not giving any of that up, but I guess I have a split personality and a lot of energy, so I have to direct it somewhere. And it was going to be in these two directions. Should I talk about this?
Sure, yeah.
So this, I was in a show with the Nick Gallery in 2018. It was called Intersection, and it was a collaboration between myself and Donald Satterley, who's a very well-known photographer in town. He and I have worked together for decades in the commercial world. We both went into fine art, so we decided to do a show together. So this is his black and white photography, and then I painted on his photography. And you can't tell whether it's a painting or a photograph. We worked very hard to have it be an equal balance of him and me, both on an equal level. So this is a print from a painting that was 7 feet high.
Wow.
So I had to get up on a ladder to do the stuff I was doing up tops. And it sold. There's a family that, I think they live up in Rockland, that has it.
It was fantastic. I saw it before I knew you.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Oh, and there's a booklet from that show that's up front, and you can see Don and I standing next to the original. Don and I got a commission from someone a couple years later to repaint it, and this gal was moving to Spain, and so we did it. We painted it. We took it off the stretcher bars, rolled it up in a tube, and she hand carried it on the plane to Barcelona, where she lives now. So this tree is alive and well in Barcelona and Rockland. So just more of this was in my kitchen window, but I got rid of all the window stuff and just took it to black. Same thing with all of these. I'm going to move into the other space here. So these are more of my love for art. This one's gotten quite a few comments so far. It's called Soul Searching. And this is a castle in Europe. I'm sure any of you who have traveled over there and been to the castle, mine is so much here with the light. It's like a spiritual feeling almost. The light in Europe is just so incredible. So this was a castle over there. I was standing right here looking down the stairs that we had come up, and it was twisting, and I just been soul searching into the light, and then maybe some darkness, and then up again to light. So that one's gotten a lot of comments so far as we go. This one is called Reflecting. This is a leaf that had fallen into a small water feature that we have in our home. Those of you who came to the studio tour are familiar with that. And I just love what the leaf, all these water shapes, and I spend a lot of time in our yard just thinking and looking and observing. So the reason I called it Reflecting is because, yes, it's reflecting, but so am I. And I was really taken with just how that went. We have a very old orange tree that's reflecting here, and every year that tree produces, no exaggeration, 1,000 oranges or more. So anyone who lives in my neighborhood and want oranges, my friends know I always have some oranges, and they are fantastic. So this is very sentimental to me. Somebody asked me, was this in Hawaii or was this in some tropical place or what are these? It's a plant in my bathroom. My daughter had given me this plant for Mother's Day one year. And she said, Mom, you better dang learn how to take care of it. So it's grown. So then this one is called Unfurl. And I mother this plant. But because there's a window right there, it was backlit one morning. So I thought, oh, this is looking pretty juicy. So I photographed it and put it away with the tens of thousands of photographs I have. And when, damn it, I was going to paint what I wanted to for this show, it came out. So this is, who here is familiar with Winters? The town of Winters? So my husband and I were on, there's a trestle that was an old train trestle looking back towards town. And these palm trees and these rooftops and the lighting on the hills, I just absolutely love. So I thought this one's called California Diversity, Palms and Pines. So only in California do we have palm trees mixed with these gorgeous pine trees. So yes, we are a very diverse state. This one is under the hydrangeas. These are some cuttings I have done from our yard and just stuck them in a pot. But I love the light and shadow. This is clearly in the shadow of the hydrangeas. And I had put this photograph away for years. And I've forgotten totally about it. So again, as I was going through everything, okay, I'm going to paint that. And it's going to be big. So I won't drag you all around here, but have a look at Herman the heron as you're looking at art. Oh, I will drag you all. I absolutely love birds. I don't know if any of you watched the KVIE auction, but my piece auction had a crow. It was on a really beautiful tree. And one of the things they didn't say that I had written for them was, I just love how birds always know where they're going. Don't you feel like they're on a mission? They know who they are, they know where they're going, they know what it is they're going to do. And so I will be painting more birds. So there's Herman. That's Carmel underneath. And this final one here, I call Stairway to Heaven. I love landscape painting, I love trees, I love color. And I had taken a workshop in Carmel last year from a very well-known landscape artist who, oh darn, his studio is in Carmel, oh darn, right on 17 Mile Drive. So I had to force myself to go down there and take that workshop. But my work really benefited from what I learned, and I did this piece, which was, again, the photograph was taken on a walk with friends at Point Loma. So it just everything has personal meaning to me, and just it's where it is, and it's where we are as people, and that's what I hope to share, and for people to enjoy and collect my work. Thank you very much. And I think I would love, Lisa and Cynthia and I would love to get feedback from all of you on what you think of the new work, the classic work, and we're just here to listen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.